And hello folks, this is David, and I had a request from a viewer to do a cold and dark startup tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, so what you're going to do to get the airplane to a cold and dark state is press Shift plus 5, and that is Shift plus 5 is the key to pull this window up. Then you're going to select cold and dark. You can also go through the process of shutting everything down, but doing it that way is a lot easier. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to turn the fuel selectors to your main tanks, and the fuel selector is back here. There's one for each engine. So in is the mains and out is the tip tanks. You're going to want it on your mains for startup and takeoff. Alright, so now you're going to come over here and hit your master switches. Then you're going to bring your mixture full forward, your throttle full forward. You're going to hit your fuel primer. You're going to wait till you get pressure showing on the gauge there. With the modeling this airplane, it comes up instantly, but alright, so then you're going to bring your throttle back to idle, crack it just a little bit, come up here, turn both of your mags on. We're going to start the left engine first today, and feel on the brakes, and the engine fires off. You'll just repeat the process for the other engine. So mixture full rich, throttle full, prime, wait till you get fuel pressure on the gauge there, shut that off, both your mags, and that one lights off too, and you can bring your throttle back to idle. Alright, what you're also going to want to do is come over here and make sure your oil pressures for both engines are in the green, or at least the yellow. It's showing the yellow here on these gauges, but that's probably okay because the engines are at idle RPM. What you're going to do is this switch right here is your master avionics switch. You're going to turn that on, so it'll power all of your avionics in the airplane. Alright, and we're here at St.barts.
TOS, system test okay.
Fly Tampa. Go ahead and bring up one engine at a time to do your run up. You'll cycle the prop 3 times. The first 2 is to get the oil circulating into the prop, accumulator on accumulators, but the prop up so that it will let it change pitch. And the last one, you drop it down for a while, see if it'll feather. You're going to come up here, check your mags, see if you get any mag drop. With this airplane, the mag drop is pretty minimal. Then you're going to come back to idle on that engine, and you'll repeat the process for the other engine as well. So bring it up to about 2,000 RPM. You have to watch out there, the turbos will spool up and bring your RPM up just a little bit higher. And the last one, to check and see if the feathering is working. Let that RPM recover on that, and you'll sit there and check your max and throttle idle. Alright, because this is a pretty short field, I'm going to go ahead and use 2 notches of flaps. Also, because it's a short runway, I'm going to use every inch available. One thing in ground handling the Navajo is does help to use asymmetrical thrust in your turns. Alright, so for a short field or any departure, you're going to bring your throttles up to about 30. Let the turbo spool, and then go ahead and bring full throttle in. Props full forward, and come off the brakes. About 70, start putting some back pressure in and try to rotate it about 80. Gear up. Lower your angle of attack there. Got 100, you can start bringing the flaps up. Go ahead and go flaps all the way up. And once you get to about 500 feet, go ahead and bring your manifold pressures back to 36 inches, and your prop back to 2400 RPM. Good climb. And I'm going to level off at about 1500 feet. And now we can start setting up our cruise power settings. For this airplane, you just kind of let it speed up for a second, then you can go ahead and bring your manifold pressures back. And this airplane, 30 to 32 inches of manifold pressure, so a pretty good cruise power setting. And usually about 2200 RPM. You can go as low as 18 though. As for leaning it, normally you wouldn't lean the airplane when you're flying this low, but as long as you keep the EGTs here under 1450, you should be good. You won't cause any damage to the cylinders. Alright, well that about sums it up for this video. So hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe and have a great day.